Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, y'all see what's going on, man. I got everybody on the screen to start us off. It is the Pig Dogs Morning Show, NFL Sunday. We got a few NBA games, but we are doing the round table. Let's go ahead and talk to everybody first. Mitch, how you doing today, man?
I'm hanging in there, man. Had a fun day yesterday watching college football. Kind of once again, 2 weeks in a row, I got juiced on college football, but had my top plays all hit. So, ended up on the plus money on that side. But, winding down November, NFL, we're at the halfway mark of the season after tomorrow night's game. College football, just the last few weeks of the regular season. So, these are when the best games are. College hoops start tomorrow. There's I checked the schedule. There's 2 million games. There's 2 million. Ruffolo is going to be doing most of those videos.
Speaking of Ruffolo, what's up, Ruffolo?
Oh man, I'm looking at the video schedule for tomorrow, and I'm like trying to figure out what I can take, and I'll tell you, my hair is probably gonna be gray within the first week, just looking at how many games we have to do. But I had a good college football Saturday yesterday as well. Hockey had my first real rough one of the year, but you know what? Hey, we take it in stride. Now got NFL Sunday. This is this is one doozy of a card, but I'm ready to talk about it.
Hey, it is, I'm not as down on the card as you and Mitch. I think we got three of the best games we've had all year. One going on right now. We got Philly, Dallas, and then we got Cincinnati, Buffalo. There's some fluff games in there. I get it. But Seattle, Baltimore, it's a decent card to me. Rod, what's up, my man?
Yeah, I agree there. It is a decent card. Doing a good day. Trying to watch this Dolphins game as well, and doing two things at once. Multitasking on Sunday morning. Come on, Dolphins. Time to wake up. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. Wayne, come on, man.
What's going on, Jay? Now, not the best day of college football for me. Overlooked some pretty easy games that I had written down and just didn't pull the trigger on, and got my ass whooped a little bit yesterday. Did good in basketball, so it kind of balanced out. But definitely looking to finish this college football season strong. Everything's there to do so. Just gotta stay focused on.
I'm glad you did well in hoops yesterday, man. I got bit by them Pacers, and then I had 9.5 with the Nets. Lost by 10. One of those days, but look to bounce back today. Small card in the NBA, but I think there's some room to make money, especially with a lot of people looking at the NFL today. Always. Jovan, what's up, my man?
Going on? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been on cloud nine all week, coming off my World Series dub.
Congratulations.
Now, appreciate it. I don't have the gear on today. My boy's on today. So first day without the gear on. Everybody seemed to take the over on how long I'm going to be wearing my Rangers gear. But it's all good. You ready to make some money today on NFL Sunday?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after yesterday, had to bounce back and go hard on the Tide. So didn't have as bad as day personally as as I could have, because had to dig into the pocket and lay it on heavy.
It'd be like that sometimes. Definitely. Last but not least, man, Mr. Bittler, Brian Bittler, Captain Obvious. What's up, my man?
I'll tell you, Captain Obvious here. Yeah, 5-1 yesterday, but one day doesn't mean anything. I'm ready to do it again today. I need another strong Sunday. I agree with some of the other guys. I think it's one of the poorest NFL cards on the board, but we got a lot of strong NBA games, I think, to help balance it out a little bit.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get it on. Let me get my graphics together, put them up on the screen for all the folks watching, make it nice and pretty. And we're going to dive right into this NFL card. Y'all buckle up. It's going to be a little longer show, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. I love doing the round table. So love talking with all the guys. So let's get it popping. Ravens, Seahawks is going to be the first one we're talking about. Got it up on the screen. I'll fix it to fit the window first. I'll start with Money Man Mitch. Kick it off right. What are we looking at here? Seahawks, Ravens.
I'll tell you, generally I'm not one of these guys that the sky is falling when I see line movement and some other things out there that aren't going the way that I initially thought on a game. But this is one I'm a little bit more nervous about if I'm because of looking at that at those things. Number one, I believe the Seahawks were one of the top 5 picks in the circa this week, which is kiss of death. In general. It has been. It doesn't run. I've been in those contests a lot over the years, and it's not every single week that they have a losing record with the top 5 picks. It just seems to happen an awful lot, and the Seahawks are in that group of 5 this week, which makes them a public dog. On the other side of it, the line movement continues to come in heavy for a Ravens team that does play pretty well at home, but they are susceptible at home as well. I think this game, I still am going to go with the Seahawks. I mean, that was my initial pick. I think the Ravens offense makes mistakes, and, I think the Seahawks keep it close enough. I think if it was 3 or 2.5, I could see the Ravens, but I don't see it at this 6.5, especially. It's just too many.
Ruffolo joining us for the round table. He disappeared on us last week. Don't think we forgot. He here this week though. What are we looking at? Ravens Seahawks.
Yeah, I couldn't miss 2 weeks in a row. I'm with Mitch. I like the Seahawks as well. One of my favorite things to do is fade Lamar Jackson as a big favorite. Last 3 years, a favorite of 3 or more. He's 3-14 against the spread. Yeah, I agree. If this spread was 2.5, 3, I think you have an easier time making a case for the Ravens here. But at 6, the Seahawks have shown they can be capable. And, yeah, I like the points, especially after the Ravens got me last week against the Cardinals.
2-0 to start on the Seattle Seahawks. Rod, do we go 3-0? Mute it. You're muted.
My bad.
Still muted. There you go.
Muted. Sorry.
No.
I have a furnace. I have a service. I have a furnace that sounds like a freight train, and yes, it's winter in Canada, so I had to mute it. I did not want to sound like a freight train was coming in. So definitely 3-0. I got to go with Seattle here as well. That Seattle's defense second in the NFL at rushing. So Lamar's going to be running for his life today. You look at the Baltimore giving up sacks, 19th in the NFL, giving up over 2 sacks a game, and the Seahawks defense getting over 3 sacks a game. They're going to be coming. I think Lamar gets sacked a couple times. I think he gets forced into some bad throws, and I think he turns the ball over. I think Lamar to throw an interception as well. I think the Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks. Wayne, do we break it or are we keeping it rolling?
Yeah, we break it here. Like I said, I mean, like Mitch said, it's definitely not fun to do with how well the Seahawks have played on the season to be taking them with this many points. But I think the Ravens can win this on one by a touchdown. To me, they have the way reliable offense, the way better quarterback. Defensively, these teams match up pretty well, pretty even. But when it comes down to this, I'm not going against Lamar. This is more so the eye test because the numbers do point. Pete Carroll does play well against Baltimore. If this was at Seattle, I'd definitely be with y'all. Seattle as a home dog is good, but with the way Baltimore has been playing at home, not going against Lamar, I think they can come in here and win this by 7. It'll be a close game at first, but I definitely think Baltimore has the offense to stretch it out late in the second half and cover by 7.
3-1 Seattle. Wayne broke it. Jovan, what you looking here?
Yeah, this is a tough one, but if I, gun in my head, it's got to be Baltimore. Yeah, I understand that, trends speak to the Seattle side and everything, but I just got a strange feeling that this is going to be a laugher, 10 or more points as far as I'm concerned. The problem is Geno Smith is looking like he's regressing right now. 5 interceptions in the last 3 games. I don't like that. I don't like the way he's playing. So he's throwing the ball up and just going to the other team. So yeah, I'm on Baltimore. And they love getting takeaways, so
there you go. Who popped up the poll? Was it Mitch or Chris?
I did it.
I love you. I was getting ready to do it. I appreciate you, my man.
I got it.
53% on the Ravens right now. Okay. We're 3-2. Brian Bittler, do you tie it up?
No, I'm gonna. This is just a slight lean here. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens laying the points. The line seems a little high, like they're really like begging you to take Seattle. If you look at the defensive wise, I think Baltimore ranks 6th in total defense, and the Seahawks around 23rd. I think Ravens are surging, winners of 3 straight, and I think they're going to continue to surge and at least get a touchdown win today.
So who you take? Who you took? My bad. You took the Ravens?
I'm sorry, Baltimore Ravens minus the 6.5.
Oh, so there we go. So it's up to me to break the tie, huh? It's 3-3. Ooh. The first 3 took the Seahawks. The last 3 took the Ravens. And we're going to end with the Ravens. I'm taking Baltimore in this one as well. I just think Baltimore stomps them, man. I'm not high on Seattle. I'm not. When you go back and look at it, the Seattle Seahawks, they really haven't beaten up on anybody, in my opinion. Wins over Cleveland, Arizona, New York Giants, the Panthers. Their best win was against the Lions. Solid win, But we just saw Detroit come into Baltimore. What was that line? It was 3. Now this line is 6. It's 6 for a reason. Seattle's not that damn good. The Ravens are one of the best teams in the NFL. Lamar Jackson right now today is my MVP. I'm on Baltimore as well. 4-3. First game. Baltimore. There you go. Anything
Baltimore
else?
hasn't played anybody either, though.
Fair.
Who's Baltimore played? Both these teams really haven't played anybody big, significant playoff matchup teams. Detroit, sure, good win there. We'll give it to the Baltimore there, but who's the next top win there?
Some of their common opponents, can you say that Baltimore has smacked them up a lot more cleaner than Seahawks have?
You can. I feel like that.
You can. Yep.
Well, I mean, the Detroit game, I thought that Seattle played really well the second game of the season on the road in Detroit. It was Detroit's home opener, and they went into a pretty tough environment because this is the first year the Lions have sold out their season tickets for, 185 years. And, they had a really good game. And I think that, the thing about the Seahawks as well, that, you could talk about the defensive statistics, but they have the best safety in the game when it comes to a guy who can stop the run and gets physical. And he was out for a good portion of the first few games of the season. I only saw him recently, so I'm going to guess last game was his first game back. That's Adams, of course. But then, this Witherspoon, this first round pick that they got, this guy's probably the best corner to hit the league. And I mean, we just are coming out of a year where Sauce Gardner came into the league the year before. This guy looks like the best corner to hit the league since Darrelle Revis. I honestly think he might be the best corner.
I don't know about
since
that.
Revis.
Nice, but I mean, I get it.
Oh no, this guy is a touchdown machine. I mean, this guy is everywhere, man. He is everywhere on the field, like a Darryl Green. It's like, I don't know what his speed rate's out at, but man, he has fast football speed. He is sideline to sideline for a corner. Crazy.
Like a Deron Bland in Dallas. I know.
It's almost as good as Hunter.
We'll get there.
We
Fair
coming.
enough.
We coming.
Hashtag we coming, man. Next game up. Not one of the sexiest games on the board. I get why people don't like today's card. It's because of games like this. We got the Arizona Cardinals out on the road facing the Cleveland Browns. This line has grown. It's 11 here on the screen, but I think it's like 12.5 now. Mount Ruffolo in this one. Let's start with Ruffolo. See if he's taking his guy today. Ruffolo, what you doing?
I can't take my guy. I worry that the Cardinals could get. I worry that the Cardinals could get shut out today. This is terrible.
Shut out. This is your guy.
Yeah, he was my guy in college, not necessarily in pro. I mean, I'm going with the under 38.5 in this one. This could easily be 17-6 or something like that, where I didn't mean to fall right on that number, but I literally think this could fall under that number of 38.5 by at least 2 touchdowns. So give me the under 38.5 here. This is gonna be ugly.
Mitch, you rocking with the Clayton Tune show, or are you taking Cleveland?
Clayton Tune show. We talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves as being the mansion of disappointment. Well, there's never been a bigger mansion of disappointment than the Cleveland Browns. This team knows how to snatch the jaws of a cover right out from under you at any given moment. I just think it's way too many points for a shit team like the Cleveland Browns to be given anybody. Deshaun Watson is not the same player that he was in Houston. I don't care what anybody says. And I love the way the Cleveland defense is playing. And Myles Garrett, he's always been one of my guys since all the way back at Texas A&M. But I don't care, man. I think the Cardinals are playing some, hard-nosed football. It's like no one expected anything from these guys. So it's, automatically that they're going to be a doormat. They haven't been a doormat. They're just not winning games. So it's kind of like, I think that you're going to get too many points. The Cleveland Browns are a super public team. They just are. The Packers, the Browns, you go to the sports books and it's like they have like the clubs, right? Clubs of teams, Florida Gators, right? It's like way super public teams.
There you go, Money Man Mitch. What you thinking in this one, Rod?
For me in this one, I think it's too many points as well. You look at Cleveland; they're not going to throw the ball very much. They're not very good at throwing the ball. Awful at tossing the ball. They're going to run it. They're going to just run the ball. And for me, it's all the Cardinals got to do: slow up that run and slow up the Browns offensively. That's this. Both offenses aren't the greatest. The team what steps out is the Browns defense, right? Defensively, and the Cardinals they'll be able to slow down the Browns through the air, and I think this is going to be a lot closer than people think. This is going to be like one of those grudge ones. I agree with Chris as the under, but I think the Cardinals plus the points is a lot closer than double-digit win for the Browns.
Wayne, you laying it?
This is a tough one, man, because I'm with these guys. It's just a lot of points for Arizona, but at the same time, when Arizona has covered, it's been at home. They've been struggling on the road here, and Browns have looked a lot better in their recent games. They're getting the run established, not really having to rely on their quarterback issues. If they get the pass game finally going, I think they do come out here and have a chance to blow these boys out. But with the line moving, I'm seeing 13, and around that 13, 14, this is way too high. I have to take the Cardinals on that. If you didn't get the Cardinals on the original number, I probably if you couldn't get the Browns as low as you possibly could, then I'll probably definitely stay away from the Browns. Just take the Cardinals here.
Jovan, you've been sharp on the Browns all year. I remember earlier in the year you caught me on one time I was against them. What you think?
Yeah, the line move is just too great for me. So it's a stay away on the side, but at the same time, I think they could all get to 30 points, and once they get to 30 points, it doesn't take much to for the cover, because I don't think Arizona's going to be able to score anywhere near 17 or 14 points or anything like that. So just the way it all depends the way the game this game plays out. Now, I liked the under earlier in the week, but the more I think about it, the more I think this one goes over. Because I think Cleveland's they're gonna get a defensive score. That's what I think. So that right there, brings it over the total. Because I think they're gonna ground and pound all game long, and there's nothing the Cardinals are gonna be able to do about it. So I like the over in this one.
Do you think betting on the defensive score today is worth it?
A defensive score depends on what the plus money is.
I don't know what it is. I'm gonna throw it to my statistician always. Ruffolo, can you pull that up for me? See what the
give me a sec.
This game is. Thank you, sir.
I like defensive score in this game for sure.
I kind of like it too. Myles Garrett's been on a tear.
I think the Cardinals are the ones that put it up.
Deshaun Watson has been pretty bad. I can see it happening the other way too.
The Browns defense for special teams or defensive touchdowns plus 475.
That's low, man. That's low.
I still take it.
Bittler, what you thinking here?
Well, the Browns defense kind of reminds me of the Eagles defenses from the late 80s, early 90s, but I don't think Deshaun Watson really wants to play quarterback anymore since he's gotten paid. This is a ton of points. I wish Big Al was here so I could ask him how many times the Browns have covered as a 10-point or more favorite over the last 10 years. It probably hasn't been too many times. I'm going to take the Cardinals plus the points.
I'm with all you guys. I'm on the Cardinals in this one as well. I bet the Cardinals every game this week, though. I mean, every game this year, though, except for against Dallas. Other than that, I've been on the Cardinals. So, take that with what you want. But the reason I've been on them is because same thing like Mitch said. If you've watched the Cardinals, they've been in every game they play. They've competed damn near in every game. Now, their talent is not necessarily there like the other teams. So, of course, they're 1-7 for a reason. But they've been competitive in those games, and I think they can definitely be competitive here with the Browns. Deshaun Watson he's been terrible. He has been thus far this year. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm gonna take all them points in my back pocket with the Arizona Cardinals. Next game up. Or anything else anybody got to add for this one? No? All right. Next game up, we're going to go to Houston, where we got the Tampa Bay Bucks getting 3 against the Houston Texans. Let's start at the back end. Let's start with Brian. Brian, what you like?
I like going at the back end so I can look a bunch of stuff up. But for me, off the top, man, I'm going to take the Houston Texans here, lay the points. Might be a little bit public heavy on Houston, but I think they bounce back off that embarrassing loss at Carolina. CJ Stroud has been great. They're coached well. Tampa Bay, I think, is going the opposite direction. I'll take the Texans.
Jovan.
Which game were we on again?
Tampa, Houston.
Yeah, tough one. I like the over. You know, extra rest for the Bucks. You know, get their thing right. You know, the thing about Baker Mayfield, the more pressure you put on him, the better he becomes. You know, he's a middle of the road quarterback. You know, he's better than half the guys in the league, and not better than half the other half. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be able to score against this Texas defense. You know, he might throw a couple picks the other way also. You know, so there's that going for you if you want the over. You know, on the other side, you got CJ Stroud, and he's shown the ability to carve up defenses. Not in the last 3 weeks, but the first outside of the Baltimore game in week 1. After that, like the first from game 2 to, I guess, let's say the last outside of the last couple weeks, he's done his job, and I think that the Bucks, they'll give it up as well. So this total at where it is right now, 40 or 39.5, with what it says on the screen. Yeah, I think the over's in play.
There you go. What you thinking in this one, Wayne?
I'm taking Tampa plus the 3, man. Houston, we see some regression from Stroud these last couple games. He's going against the Tampa Bay defense that's solid. They're above middle of the pack when it comes to defense. Offensively, Tampa has struggled to run the ball, but one thing they can do is pass, and that's Houston's weakness. They struggle against pass. They're decent when it comes to stopping the run, but doesn't really matter because Tampa doesn't come in here and play in the run. They will be passing a lot. Another thing that jumped out at me, Tampa plays good on the road. They're 3-0 ATS on the road. And everything just bodes well for Tampa to come in here and get this win. To me, they are the better team, and they come in here and get this road win as a dog.
Hot Rod.
At 3, I'm going to go with the total. I like the under. I think this is going to be both defenses step up. You look, both defenses only giving up 18.3 points a game. Does someone get to 20 points in this game? I don't know. I think first to 20 wins this game if we even get to 20. I got 17-14 in this one. Probably get a push on that 3. I think it's going to be close. The line's right where it's supposed to be, but I like the under 40 as the play here. I don't see a whole lot of scoring. I think both defenses step up and war the trenches in this one. I think we go under the total.
Ruffolo.
Yeah, I'm on the Texans all day here. The Bucks, they have a decent defense, but they actually have the worst pass defense. The Texans have the better passing offense. They're 11th in the NFL. The Texans are in terms of passing yards per game. The Bucks 28th in pass defense. Texans 23rd in pass defense. They're not much better, but I trust CJ Stroud right now to make the plays a lot more than I trust Baker Mayfield, and I think that it's going to come down to that crucial Baker Mayfield pick. So I'm going to take the Texans in this one.
Money man, Mitch.
I'm going to go with the under here. I'm a little nervous because Jovan likes the over, but I think you got, you got 2 serious defensive head coaches here, and Ryans and Bolson. I mean, these guys, they're total defensive guys. I've watched the Texans a lot this season, and I really tried to get there with the Texans in this game as a premium pick because it's like, I hate the Bucs and I hate Baker Mayfield. Well, I don't hate the Bucs. I hate Baker Mayfield so much because he holds on to the ball forever. So against a defensive coach, he's going to just get smacked around pretty good. And you can pretty much bank on that. I like the over for sacks in this game. The issue for me why I couldn't get there with the Texans is because Pierce is out, and he's been the guy. I've been watching the Texans all season, and this guy's been absolutely freaking killing me. He reminds me of the guy in the Patriots, DeMontre, whatever his name is, that just crushes me every freaking time too, getting like 4 yards when they need 3 every single time. And it's like he has been the difference maker, moving the sticks for them. I just don't know how they move the sticks without him. Singletary's a nice player, but I don't think he's an every down back. And I think Pierce is just a more complete back. Also, Brevin Jordan, another University of Miami tight end, he's contributed a lot. He was good at Miami, and I'll tell you what, he's been good. He's been good for the Texans. Dalton Schultz is going to be seeing a lot of action here. That's not good news for anybody. I like the under.
This is not one of my favorite games this week either, but I'd rather have the points in my back pocket. I think Baker and them can win this game straight up. I think this is a 50-50 game either way. If you want to tell me you like the Texans because they're at home, I get it. But, I mean, I would rather go for the plus money or the points in my back pocket. Like, Baker and this offense can move the football. Tampa's defense is okay. Line is right where it should be, 3, because Texans are at home. So that's my thoughts on this one. I'll lean towards Tampa.
Seeing a lot of 2.5s out there.
Oh, it's gone to 2.5. All right. Oof. I would probably still go Tampa money line personally if I were to play it. Another bad game up next, man. We can speed through it if y'all want to. Hey, it's the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Money man Mitch, we'll start with you.
You know, it's like everything says Saints in this game, but it's like now it's once again one of these situations where it's a lot of points. It's weird because the Bears look like a team that had quit, and then all of a sudden they go out and make one of the big trades of the trade deadline, getting Sweat and then paying them out. You know, we know when the Bears are, have some defensive guys, that's where it always starts with them. It's one thing about this franchise with the Bears, and you could criticize them all you want. At least they get that, that it's like. It all starts with defense. The offense you could always fix, but the defense, it's a little bit different. Those guys are a little tougher to come by. With that being said, I mean, the Saints have been really just absolutely boring. And I think, maybe you could see why the Raiders parted ways with Carr because, I mean, he's not going to get a better trio of wide receivers than he has here. I mean, he had Adams in Vegas. That's one thing. But the trio that he has here is actually better. And he still looks terrible, man. It's just always just seems to be this kind of reminds me of the Kansas State offense, it's just who the hell even knows what's going on half the time. I don't know, man. I'm gonna take the points with the Bears. I just think because it's so unpopular, man. And it's like if I don't get bashed in the comments, then why am I even here?
I'm gonna take the under in this game. The Saints offense, I don't trust it at all. Like you said, the best unit on this, I think the best unit on the field on both sides of the football is the defense. So with that being said, I'm going to take the under. I don't see the Bears offense doing much of anything, and I wouldn't trust the Saints to do it either. I will tell you, if you're laying double digits with the Saints, you're asking for it. That's what I will say. So if I were to take a side, it would be Chicago, but I'm not betting Chicago personally. So under for me. Ruffolo, what you thinking?
Yeah, I'm taking the under with you. I originally was leaning Saints in the video for this game, but I feel probably better on the under here just because I don't trust the Saints, like you said, to be able to score a ton here. But I think we saw the real Tyson Bagent last week, and I don't think the Saints pass rush are going to let up on him either here. So give me the under 41.5.
Mr. Zawacki.
And for me in this one, I'm going to agree with this. Take the points with the Bears. If the Bears can establish the run, you look at the Saints. You look at the Bears. You look at the Saints here. The Bears, I think they got a great shot at being able to run the ball, control the clock, which you don't really hear that too much from the Bears. But you look, the Bears are averaging 4.6 yards a rush. Well, the Saints are giving up 4.3 yards a rush. They're giving up over 100 yards rushing. Bears 132 yards rushing. When the team is rushing the ball, that means you're controlling the clock and you're getting all these points with the Bears. Give it to me. The Bears.
The Bears. What you think, Wayne?
I'm with these guys, man. I'm on the Bears for a few different reasons, though. One, I'm never betting on Derek Carr. This guy is horrible. When the Saints have looked good, they've been running the ball. They've been getting it to Kamara and Williams. And one thing the Bears have do, the one good point of the Bears is they stop the run. That's one thing. If they can't do nothing else on the season, they stop the run. So anytime you put in the game in Derek Carr hand, you have a good way to lose. And I'm riding with the Bears, man. I think they can slow up the Saints run, put the game in Derek Carr hands, and when the game is in his hands, you got a good chance to lose some money. So I'm gonna be on the other side of that one with the Bears +8 in this one.
The little pushback I have with grabbing the points with the Bears is we have seen the Saints beat up on some bad teams. You know, they did take the New England Patriots behind the woodshed. You know, we have, you know, I would say that's the only time we've seen that. And they did, you know, win comfortably last week on the road against the Colts. So I don't like the side in this one. I don't. But if I were to, I would trust you guys and take the Bears. Jovan, you with them on the Bears, or are you looking at a total? Or
No, I can't touch the side just on the strength of, the Saints at this number. It's a no-go for me, especially, with Derek Carr on the center. But,
you're asking for
if it was Drew Brees, then that's another story. But Drew Brees is long retired, so that's that. But yeah, I think this one goes over. And I'm an under guy. I'm sitting here taking a lot of overs, But yeah, I think that there's gonna be a lot of points scored on both sides. I think you're gonna look up and it's gonna be like 120, and you're gonna see a sevens pop up, on the ticker. When you're watching some of these games, you know what I mean. So, and then it's gonna just progress from there. One team might get the lead now, force the other team to chase points. I think when it's all said and done, it's gonna squeak over this 41.5 total. I think it might hit 43, 44, 45, somewhere around there.
All right. Jovan, taking the over. Make me a little nervous. Brian, what you doing here, my guy?
Yeah, the under is pretty public, but I'm gonna stick with the under. 5 of the last 7 between these two teams have gone under. I just see a battle of field goals here. Saints defense pretty stout. And I think the best thing about both these teams are their defenses. Not that the Chicago Bears have any world beaters, but I'm gonna go with the under 41.5.
There you go. So nobody laid the points with the Saints. I don't blame you. I think it's a terrible place to be. Like, terrible. Like, I'm talking about as bad as it get. I wouldn't lay points with that team with y'all's money. All right, next game up. Moving right along. Another not so sexy game, but maybe some value here. We got the Vikings and the Falcons. I'll go first in this one. I'm taking Atlanta. The reason I'm taking Atlanta is because I think it's still the stigma of Kirk Cousins. Follow me here. The Minnesota Vikings, man, they're not a good team. I think people think Kirk Cousins is really like a bad quarterback. I think they think he's middle of the pack. When he's not, he's damn near top. He is top 10 to me. He's top 10. The NFL has a quarterback problem this year, and Kirk Cousins is one of the better ones. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers. And minus him, what is this team? Minus Kirk Cousins, minus Justin Jefferson, they're an offense that I don't think will be able to move the football, and a middle of the pack at best defense. I think Atlanta runs the ball down their throat. I think Atlanta plays decent defense. I think Atlanta gets the cover. I'm laying the 4. Mitch, what you think?
I think that getting the hook here with the Vikings is the place to be. I think the Vikings play in a lot of close games, and I think there's going to be another one of them. I think Heineke's certainly not going to set the world on fire. And I think this one's going to be played probably between the 30s, not even between the 20s. I think it's going to be played between the 30s. This is a miserable game. People walking around in Atlanta wondering why Chick-fil-A isn't open today. I think that's really, what this game is all about. And I think, Jovan taking a lot of overs, but here in Frankfurt, the Chiefs go in for another touchdown here. But, man, this looks like a Thursday night game.
We'll have some halftime plays in that one.
There's another flag on the field. There has been a flag on every single play in this game. And it is a hold against the defense, of course, because it's the Chiefs touchdown. Yeah. I mean, you look at the crowd here. I mean, it is basically Kansas City. Like, all these German people from Kansas City. I'm not really interested.
It's Mahomes. Come on.
Home of the hot dog, Frankfurt. Hot dog was invented in Frankfurt.
They not finna let the face of the league go over there and lose.
No chance.
What you think about this game right here, Ruffolo, Minnesota ATL?
Yeah, I got to go with Atlanta here, especially now that it's going to be Jaron Hall starting and not even Josh Dobbs, the guy the Vikings brought in to replace him. I don't know if they just brought him in. He just didn't have enough time to get the playbook down. But, I think this Falcons team could probably be a little bit more efficient with Desmond Ridder benched. Heineke at least has that experience. He's been able to win in Washington. I think they're probably just going to take a run-heavy approach to this game as well. Which of these two teams do I trust the run offense more? Well, the Vikings, I don't know, have they even scored a rushing touchdown yet this season? So
probably not.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Well, they went like the first 7 weeks without one. So it's like
that Thursday night game or whatever it was. That night game.
Yeah, okay.
One of the first touchdowns was it?
Yeah. Well, even then, I still trust the Falcons more.
I still don't remember it. We just gonna act like it didn't
happen. Who in the hell invited
you? Give me the Falcons in this one.
All right, what you liking?
I like the under in this one. They opened 38 down 37.5, and I think it could be at 31, and I still take the under.
I will say these graphic size, I made them on. Did I do it last night? I think I did these last night, so it might have moved a bit from where I did them last night. So sorry.
Oh, good. It's still 37.5 is where I see it now. Okay. I still like the under. You look at with Heineke, he's not great at moving the ball, and Jared Hall, yikes. I don't see a whole lot of offense in this game. I think we might see some moving down the field, then turnover, move down the field, fumble, move down the field, fumble. Low scoring, boring game. I lean to the points, but take the under. 37.5 is the better play. I don't see this as a track meet. You look at the Vikings offense, as you did say, it is run by Kirk Cousins. Look at all that passing yards. First, second, first. And with him not in there, those numbers are going to drop drastically this week.
Exactly. I don't think people know that Kirk been balling like that. I just don't think people.
Well, I think when I think it's like Shedeur Sanders. When you run for 4 yards a game, man, you know it's either you're going to gain 0 yards or you're going to only pass the ball. And I think that basically overstated numbers, is what you have there. Kirk Cousins sucks.
I'm with you, Mitch.
Never won it. I'm just sick.
I'm with you.
In today's sports, man, my sports that I grew up in, you had to win something, man, before people started applauding you. Today, it's like they walk off the freaking high school field and they're giving them the freaking championship.
All the guys
Jason
that have won
freaking Tatum
are retired.
Bitch.
All the guys that have won are retired. So we're in a new era of sports where Mahomes got them all and nobody else got them. Because everybody else is young. So we're just in a new era.
So fucking sick of Tatum, man. Just had it. Sick of him and Brown, the two of them. Fucking Abbott and Costello. Win something, man. How about win something? Instead of, this is what he wins. Being able to do this. Yeah, man. Raise your hand if I suck.
Wayne, what do you think about Vikings Falcons?
Man, Rod took the words right out of my mouth, man. I'm on the under in this one. I just see a lot of turnovers. I don't see a lot of driving. Both of these defenses are pretty good. I don't like Ridder. I do not like what Minnesota has done. I don't see a lot of people bet on Atlanta. I just don't see it. I see the names, but I don't see them playing up to the names that are on this team. I just don't think Atlanta's good. As good offensively as they've been pushed, and I love the under in this one. I'm with Rod. This thing can be at 35, 31. I'm still taking the under. Just no points in this one.
Wayne, do you think a guy who loses to a play-in team in Game 7 at home by 20 as a 7.5 point favorite deserves to be cheering anything?
Nah,
that's what I say
about.
That's all I say.
I'm not as down on Tatum as Mitch is, but I hear his point.
I'm not. The thing is, it's just that I'm not up on him, Yeah. But it's like everybody else is so up. Oh, they got Porzingis. Oh my God, man! People, if Porzingis is so good, then why in the hell is he being shipped around the freaking league like right? Like, I mean, seriously, man. He's been in more beds in this league than the town whore. I'm telling you, this guy is just like going from team to team to team. It's like it's I don't get it, man.
Stop hating.
It's not. I mean, you see the way he plays. We know his big thing. He's not afraid of the brothers, right? He goes out there, he mixes it up, right, man? He's out there, but it's like, other than that, man, he hasn't done anything either.
Good player, but like Mitch said, they haven't done shit to crown him king. So hey,
they've been to what 4 or 5 straight Eastern Conference Finals.
they got to win it though, Jay. They got to win it
for nothing. And one little hit, and he's going to go out. You watch. He's prone to injury. He won't finish the season. Paper bag Porzingis for a reason. Paper bag Porzingis.
Someone opens the door and
like,
gust of wind hits him.
I'm just so sick of it, man. It's like everybody's at superstar level, but no one's got a ring, man. No one's got a ring. Like, show me the ring.
It's Sunday. Go ahead and preach on them, Mitch.
I only have X amount of hours in the day to do this.
Jovan, man, what's your thoughts on the Vikings Falcons?
Jovan's like, I hate Porzingis.
You hate the Celtics.
I lived in Boston. I loved the Celtics when I lived in Boston. They were awesome, but they won. They won the championship.
Yeah, hey, but you gotta look at it like this. They're still young. It's not like they're 30 plus.
Exactly. I know, but they act like they won. They act like they won.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. They do cry a lot though.
Jaylen Brown,
but that's the NBA way.
$64 million a year for Jaylen Brown, man.
Hey, I know. Hey, listen, he's not that player, but he got the money. So the way I see Jaylen Brown, the way I see him is differently than the way I see Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, he is a top 5 player in the league.
Not in the big games, he's not.
Not in the big games, but the overall body of work, he is.
But that's Kirk Cousins. That's Kirk Cousins, man. From day to day, game to game, he's fine. But when you need him most, Brian Kelly, when you need him most, man.
You can't say that neither. You can't say that neither because he's dropped 40, 50 burgers on teams in big games. Also,
Game 7 against a play-in team at home.
It's mixed and match with him, but it's Jaylen Brown. Then you got a hell of a case to make because he's really done nothing.
Disappeared, man.
Disappeared. When it counted. I know Game 7. And it is what it is. But this year's a whole different year, and the Celtics will be there in the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's see who's gonna be with them. But but as far as this game right here with Minnesota and Atlanta, I like the under in this one. I think Brian Flores is gonna dial up a lot of blitz packages for against Taylor Heineke. He's gonna get to this guy. Taylor Heineke, we all know what he is when he was with the Commanders. He's a okay player, coming off the bench. But as a starter, he might have some flashes late in the fourth quarter when he has to throw the ball. But at the end of the day, he's not gonna make enough plays. On the other side, we got a backup in former BYU quarterback. So that's not a good situation for an over in this game. So just on the strength for that, I like the under.
There's only been 2 good BYU quarterbacks in a while, man.
Right.
Been a while.
When was the last one, McMahon? I mean,
Jim McMahon.
Steve Young. Steve Young.
Well, yeah, same era. Yeah, Steve Young, same era.
Jim McMahon, Steve Young.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die on my Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I like Taysom Hill.
Not a quarterback in this league.
He might be better than Derek Carr, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
The Chiefs get a defensive score here, but I don't understand where forward progress is actually stopped. It's like it goes the other way, man. Whatever.
Brian, what you think about Vikings Falcons?
Oh, I got thrown off by that defensive score. I thought Miami was going in to do something. That kind of threw me off here. I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons here. I don't like that I'm laying over 3 points here. I think that hook might come back to get me here, but I think Taylor Heineke's a slight upgrade over Riddler. And you got a rookie quarterback, Jaron Hall, going. Falcons, I think they're the 8th in total defense. I'll take the Falcons at home, lay the points, just a lean.
There you go. All right. Got through that one. Sheesh. A little NBA talk.
Who the hell's Kirby Smart, man? This Mike McDaniel's got to get the hell out. I'm so sick of this guy, man. It's
like
analytics bullshit. Get the hell out of here, man.
I like Mike.
Someone explain to me the last time analytics actually worked, because I haven't seen it work. People say, "Oh, if you do the 8 and the 6 and all that stuff," when does it actually work? Because I haven't seen one game where it's actually worked. I've seen 0.
Right.
I've seen 0 games that the analytics guys has worked. Zip. Tell me one game where it's worked. Just tell me one, because I can tell you 50 where it hasn't. I mean, even if it does, say it works, right? 2 out of 50, man. 2 out of 60. I mean, it's just so. It's not
Doug Peterson's good on analytics. I like him.
Yeah, that's why he turned the ball over to Patrick Mahomes at the 45-yard line with 2 minutes left to go in the first half and lost the game. He's real good at it. Got fired after winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, he's a Super Bowl winning coach.
That don't get it done. You know how hard it is to get fired 2 years after winning the Super Bowl? I mean, that's like Gene Chiswick type stuff. Getting fired after winning the national championship. It's like,
what you think about here, Rams, Packers? Mitch.
Rams, Packers. Well, you got 2 really, really lousy quarterbacks going in this one. You got Brett Rippon, who's just straight ass. We saw him at Boise. Lost Jay. How'd that happen? I might have clicked on something. We got Brett Rippon, who's straight ass. We know that. He's been terrible at college. We lost a lot of money on him at Boise, so we hold it against him to this day. And then on the other side, Jordan Love, who is in that discussion for the overall worst quarterback in the NFL. I got to say, I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. I don't love this game, but the reason why I like the Rams, because I could only see Aaron Donald chasing that bitch Jordan Love around, man, and dragging him around the field. This guy throws high and late to begin with over the middle. That's his throw, is high and late over the middle. And I can only imagine with this guy putting that center push on him, the way it's going to look. I think this is the worst crop of NFL quarterbacks we've ever had. Ever. This is the worst crop of starting NFL quarterbacks ever. And I'm not talking about the guys that are the replacements like Rippon or something like that. I'm talking about Jordan Love, Mac Jones. I mean, oh my God, don't even get me started on, half these other guys. It's like when Daniel Jones is like one of the top quarterbacks, we got problems.
I don't know why they don't do that little pitch thing the Chiefs should do more. Like, they should do that more. I've always said that, man. I've always said that. That was a hell of a play to pitch that for 6. Hell of a play. All right. Moving right along. Ruffolo. Rams, Pack.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I trust the Rams a little bit more, but I'm going to go with the under 38.5. I don't want to deal with Brett Rippon or Jordan Love. I think there's going to be a lot of running the football, just trying to play keep away from the other team. A lot of possession on the ground, and I think 38.5 probably a decent place to be. I could see 20, first to 20 wins kind of game. So give me the under here,
Mr. Zawacki.
And for me, I'm going to take the Rams. Jordan Love is awful. He started the season, he was so good. And then ever since, he's just fallen off the map. And sure, you got the rest advantage here, but no thanks. And now I see places where you can get the hook, where I don't want to lay any more than 3 with the Green Bay Packers here. I think this is a 3-point game. Whoever's got the ball last kicks that field goal and gets the win. So give me the Rams plus the points here.
Wayne.
Man, we got 2 horrible offenses up. So I'm on my notes right here. I got the under all day, circle big, highlighted. Green Bay 0-4 after a loss to the under. They're coming off a loss. Middle of the pack defenses, those are the strong points for it. It's definitely not the offenses. a lot of people talk about Green Bay struggling to stop the run, but the Rams don't run good. And Green Bay, it does have a good pass defense. So when the Rams do try to air it out, I feel like they'll negate that. And we got the under here pretty easily. Just no offense in this one at all.
Mr. Contrarian, you taking the over? Javon?
Nah, not in this one. You can't do that with two backups. And Jordan Love, he's a starter, but he's really a backup. So there's no way that he should be in this league. That's one of the worst draft picks as far as a quarterback goes in a long time. That's just the bottom line. There's no way when you have Aaron Rodgers, your marquee quarterback, and you disrespect him like that. That's what started the whole mess with him anyway.
It's not just the pick; it was the timing of the pick.
Right? Exactly.
I mean, you're gonna miss on quarterbacks. You're gonna draft the guy who's gonna bust out, but it's like not like that.
Yeah. So
got a Hall of Famer. You could have got a great weapon for him and continue to be good, but instead you chased him off.
Right. Exactly. Trying to get cute. That's how I see it. But So the only way I could play this is is the under. Sorry, I'll take the under.
Say. For sure. Brian, what you thinking here?
What a horrendous game. And I'm sure everybody and their mom's going to be on the under. And I got to join my mom here and take the under. Two horrible quarterbacks. I don't see how the Rams I think it's a 15-9 game, battle of field goals. Jordan Love is terrible. I just don't see how they're going to score points here.
I'm going to be honest. I don't have a play in this game. I'm not going to play this game. If I were to, I would go under Rams as well. But
you just try and Ruffolo it? Is that what just happened?
I just did. I just tried to.
Not on this show. That doesn't happen.
All right,
taking a pass.
You got the wrong show. I'm taking a pass. I'm passing on the whole card. And believe me, today was the day. Today was the day, man.
I'm taking the Rams, man. There, I said it.
Someone just put in the comments, ripping isn't bad. You got to be kidding me.
Ripping's bad.
Must be talking about his father. Must be talking about his father.
Terrible, man.
All right, next up, man, another bad game. All right, this is not the sexiest card when you just kind of look. We got some great games, but we got a lot of.
This is the worst card of the year.
Terrible card.
I mean, but we got some great games.
Jay's just excited because his team has a good game. I mean,
there's a difference between great games and the bettors games. It just doesn't. For me, it's terrible.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
We got second half here. It's KC. It's Miami -1.5 for the second half against Chiefs. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take the Dolphins and lay the points in this thing. They're playing terrible. McDaniel's a hideous coach. I mean, he's just a jerk. I can't stand this guy. And hopefully we get a real head coach at some point because we got a super talented team. But I think taking the Dolphins -1.5, they can't play any worse than this, and McDaniel can't come up with a worse game plan than this for the second half. I mean, the issue is that they're getting flagged to death, as well. So they're not going to win the game. I mean, they weren't going to win this game to begin with. All you got to do is look in the crowd and see all the Chiefs jerseys they sold in Germany this week or whenever they sold them. But, the thing is that, I really don't like the way that McDaniel's playing this thing out. It's clear that the Dolphins defense has the speed to run with these guys. I mean, how often, when Patrick Mahomes takes off on those little runs, how often have we ever seen a defensive lineman actually chase him down and push him out of bounds? Normally he goes skirting down the sideline 25 yards and he steps out on his own accord. Phillips ran his ass down from behind and pushed him out. But it's like the Dolphins can't win with this coaching staff. They cannot win with this guy. He sucks. He doesn't understand the game of football. It's like, I don't know what he's trying to do. You got Hill. I mean, you're way better off. It's like, why would you throw the tight end? Do something, man. It's like,
why are you throwing a -5 yard pass behind the line to Hill? I get it. You want to get the Hill the ball on the run, but that was a bad play. And then
Mostert too. He did the same thing to Mostert.
Same thing to Mostert. Why? What's with this dump?
The thing is, if Mostert missed the ball or the ball hit the ground, they called intentional grounding. It was so bad.
It was so bad.
It was so bad. They called intentional grounding on a swing pass to the running back. I mean, that's as bad as it gets, man.
It's like, stop making that crap pass.
What in the hell you doing, man?
You
Yeah.
taking the Dolphins here second half, right?
Yeah. No,
You
I'll
are?
take the Dolphins. I agree. Take the Dolphins in the second half. They actually hit.
It's up
they've
to
been moving the ball.
-5 now. It's second half.
Dolphins -5 second half is crazy.
I still think it. I think they can get it easily win it by a touchdown.
Ruffolo?
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm gonna take the Dolphins and the over in the second half. I think we got a bit more of a competitive game, but I think we're still going to see a lot of points in this one. So give me the
0
over.
third down conversions for the Dolphins in the first
Yeah.
half.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. So,
Wayne, what you think?
I'm on the over on the second half, man. I definitely see the Miami making a fight back, but I also see Kansas City continue to score. They haven't really looked like they've been slowed up too much this first half. So I like the points
Because
in the
every
second half.
time they've stopped them, they've called the penalty.
I'm taking
Every
That's
single
true.
time.
Hey, that's true, Mitch. But at the same time, if that's what's going on, you better get on that. You better
But
get
the
on
Dolphins
train.
have been on the wrong side of these penalty games a lot against the good teams. That Eagles game,
That's what
hideous,
I'm saying.
man.
But you could also say
Hideous.
they just don't play well against good teams, and that's what I've said.
They don't play well against good teams when one team has 10 penalties and the other team has 0. That's and I mean blatant missed calls.
Well, with that being said, my halftime play.
I don't care who you are, man. You could be the
Money
70,
line.
you could be the 78 Steelers. It's 10 penalties to 0. The only team that loses, in games like this, the only time I've ever seen this happen where a team loses like this was last week at Colorado, and they got 4 turnovers and lost the game. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever seen like that.
All right, let me ask you this question. Do you think that it is a coaching problem is why they have so many penalties, or you think it's like along the lines
Well,
of
if a guy grabs your wide receiver by the face mask and throws him on the ground in front of everybody because the ball's being thrown in his direction, so everybody's eyes are right there, and they don't call the penalty, it's either a lack of respect for your coach or they're just not supposed to win that game. And I'm going to say they're just not supposed to win that game because they called some ticky-tack other calls on them and 0 penalties going the other way. And we're seeing the same thing in this game. Exact same thing.
Every sport has those teams, and NBA is the Lakers, and NFL is the Chiefs. You just know that going into those games, you're not only playing the team, you're playing the refs too. It just sucks. It is what it is. You're gonna have to make less mistakes to overcome shit like
Colorado
that.
is the most penalized team in college football. Someone's put in the comments, but they also have the most pre-snap penalties. I'm not talking about over the course of play. Colorado is the most pre-snap penalties of any team, and we saw it last night again.
Jovan, what you think in second half here? Dolphins, Chiefs.
What's the over under second half again?
25.5. 26.5.
Yeah, something's telling me that this one's gonna stay under. The Miami Dolphins is gonna have to press and they need to score, but I think that somehow, some way they'll get stopped. Midfield, 30-yard line when they need to go for, 4th down conversion, don't get it. Somehow, some way, that's how I think this is going to go. And we all know that Andy Reid, he knows how to deflate the ball in the second half, so he's not gonna press the issue. You know what I mean? So 24.5, it might be, or 25.5 might be too steep for my blood. I'll take the under. I'll be contrarian in this one.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I had the Dolphins as a premium pick, and they're getting their butts kicked. But I'll ride them on the second half too. I don't think they're going to at least come back a little bit and show some fight. So I wouldn't
be surprised if they came all the way back.
Eric, can you hear me back there? You got a second half play for us? Dolphins, Chiefs.
Bring it up. Hold on. Oh, I'm going to my dime.
Eric got his head cut off.
I'm taking.
He's got scalped. Eric, you've lost your mind.
Woo! Man, they're really shading that over. It's over 24 minus 120.
Yep, now it is.
I mean, what I like to do, here's my auto bet system play, is I fade the favorite of whatever the shaded line is at halftime.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say I fade Bittler. I was going to say.
So, like if I see over 24, 120, what they're basically doing is the books are saying we want to push everybody to take the over. So I like as a contrarian play, I'm just looking at the juice. I'll just say, oh, I can get under 24 even money. Great. That's so if I was forced at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time, it's 11:11. If I was forced, I would take under 24 even money. Just
Appreciate
because of
you.
the line there, it's too high. You don't want to lay 20 cents on anything.
Appreciate you. See you in a second.
You got it.
I'm just trying to get y'all some plays, guys. Hey, smash that like button for us, man. Smash that like button. Let's keep it moving. Longer show, man, but I like this show, man. I ain't got nothing better to do than to talk football with my guys. What I love doing. Moving right along. Hold on. Got to get my graphics together. Next up, man. Another not that sexy game, but, a game nonetheless. We got the Commanders and the Patriots. Brian, you're frozen. You might want to come out and come back in. Let's start with Mitch. Commanders, Patriots. What you thinking here?
Oh my God. This is just bad.
Can't be
I'm gonna
that
go for
bad.
the Commanders because I just love fading the Patriots. Mac Jones just makes me sick. I think that when he goes and is Desmond Ritter's backup or Taylor Heineke's backup, maybe we'll like him a little more. But this guy is probably at least the worst or second worst quarterback overall in the NFL. I think the issues with Mac Jones became crystal clear last week. We saw him once again. Number one, he can't throw the ball more than 8 yards. Number two, when he tries to throw it any more than 8 yards, he throws it straight into the ground. Number three, he doesn't even know how to get rid of the ball under pressure. The way he gets rid of the ball under pressure is he tucks it down and holds on for dear life. It's like he likes to get hit by guys. I mean, that's really what it's almost like back there. And, he's just terrible, man. He is just terrible, terrible, terrible. And the Patriots have given him no help whatsoever, zero help. As far as receivers. I don't know, man. I'm going to go for the Commanders here. I think when you trade your two best players, I think maybe you know something.
I'm going to take the Patriots. I vowed to myself earlier in the season that I would not do it anymore, so I'm breaking the rule. I'm taking them here because the Commanders are terrible. They're not a good team. You get ran off your home field on prime time by the Chicago Bears. I think that pretty much sums it up. When the Patriots are a favorite, they win and cover. When they're a dog, they lose and get the brakes beat off them. As a favorite here, I think they get a dub and beat up on them. Ruffolo, this is your team.
Yeah.
I had to stick you while I can. You're down right now.
Yeah, no, I'm guilty by association. And I'll say this, it may not have been in prime time, but they've been run off the field, I think, more than anybody this season. But I'm still going to stick with them here. For me, it's just the defense was an issue, even with the guys they traded away, and I think without them, it's still going to be an issue here. Don't get me wrong; is the Patriots' offense going to light the world on fire? Hell no, but I think they'll be able to do enough to win this one. 17-13, something ugly like that, muck it up in between the 20s. Like I said, they'll do enough here. So give me the Patriots, but not a game I love.
I know, Paco, sure. Man. I know, Paco. I know. Rod, what you thinking here?
And for me in this one, I agree. Fade Mac Jones early and often. That guy is a piece of trash. We won't see him next season in the NFL. If we do, someone's going to be desperate to see him in the NFL next season. Not a guy you want on your team. If I got to see him do one of those Mac Jones celebrations this week, I think I'm barfing over here.
Oh my God, man!
As I do it, because they're just awful. It's just like you won the Super Bowl and they're like, yeah, okay, you got a touchdown.
The prancing at the line,
around, right? Like, yeah, that.
Oh my God! It's prancing.
No. Yeah.
Like, what is that? What are you doing?
Did you just get your fairy wings? Whee! What are you doing?
Wayne.
I think the Commanders to take the lead in the first half. I think they come out to and have the lead heading into that halftime break. Nice plus money on the Commanders in the first half.
I actually liked the Mac Jones pick at the time. Guilty as charged, man. I thought that the 49ers should have taken Mac Jones and not Trey Lance, which I guess is 6 1/2 dozen of the other.
Yeah, right.
I liked the pick at the time because I didn't realize he could only throw the ball 8 yards. And basically, he was playing on an all-star team against Vandy every week. And I didn't know that. Well, I guess I did. I was in denial.
Wayne, what you thinking here?
I'm on the Commanders here. Two teams I hate to fade at home are the Patriots and Steelers.
Lover this year. You have been.
No, and disclaimer, I do need them to win over 6.5 games. I do have a futures bet, so I am hoping game by game. But besides that, though, both of these teams suck. But Washington has showed that they can score on offense way more consistently than the Patriots have. You just looked at their game. And on the other side of that, defensive wise, Washington, although they trade away their defensive linemen, they've covered. They've covered. Not only have they covered on the road. The 3-0 ATS as road dogs in this situation, and I just believe they have more pieces in this game than the Patriots. Patriots haven't shown me much on either side of the ball, and I like Commanders here +3. Easy one for me. Easier than it looks.
Brian, you still haven't loaded in. You might need to try to leave and come back. Your screen just blank. Some guy in the comments talking about I'm soft. I'm a Commanders hater. Do you know who I am? Of course, I'm a Commanders hater, but they suck, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that your Commanders suck, bro. I got ran off the field by the Bears, a team that only had won one game in the past 2 seasons. That team ran you off the field. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Don't get mad at me. Your team sucks. We'll see y'all boys twice later on in the year. Make sure you back when we smack y'all up. Jovan, what you thinking about here?
Yeah,
Go.
It's your team too. It's your team too. What you doing?
Yeah, I know. I'm not a Mac Jones guy. Everyone knows that. Crybaby Jones, he's not the guy. He needs to go. But guess what? The Patriots gonna keep him in for an extra year. It's that simple because he's cost effective, and as cheap as the Patriots organization is, it is what it is. He's gonna stick around for at least another year. But with that said, I'm gonna take the Pats in the first quarter. I think this game's gonna go the same way the Giants game did against the Commanders, and the Patriots jump out to an early lead and hold on for the first quarter cover.
There you go. I'm taking Mac Jones. I'm giving him a shot here, guys. When I went back and looked, the Patriots over the last 2 seasons are one of the best favorites. It's weird, but they're a solid favorite.
Jay, they're 2-6 straight up and 2-6 ATS. They got shut out by the Saints. 0 points. 0 points against the Saints.
They were a dog though. They were a dog, and they got their ass kicked. They were favored this year over the Jets. What they do? They got a dub.
This is a bad football team. I ain't saying the Commanders not a bad football team, but the Patriots are an even worse football team this season. I think we get caught up in the tradition of some of these teams and coaches, but when they're having a bad year, you gotta call a spade, and they're having a bad year.
I can't make the argument that the Patriots are playing the better football right here, right now. They smacked up the Bills. I watched that game. I had the Bills in that game, and that whole game, I'm like, damn, Mac Jones out here dicing up.
I'm a big believer in coaches.
Let him down on a game-winning drive. Mac Jones, he did that. That happened. It happened. I watched it. And
I'm a big believer in head coaches, but when we really saw head coaches get tested was when there was the NFL strike and they had the scab games. Bill Parcells went 0-3 in those games. So I'm telling you, you got to at least have something. And Belichick's got nothing. It's like it's kind of like they gave Brady those years when he had nothing and he kind of made something with nothing. He complained about it. They got him Randy Moss, whatever, right? It's like, but they got nothing. Stevenson is good. I'd like to see him on Miami. I bet he ends up in Pittsburgh. That guy.
I got Stevenson on my fantasy team. Go off. Brian, man, I don't know. Oh, there we go. There, you're back. It's still kind of lagging a little bit. You got to play here, Commanders, Patriots.
Yeah, for me, I'm just going to take the Commanders plus the points. 2 horrible teams here, horrible quarterbacks. But I trust Sam Howell more than I do Mac Jones here, so I'm just going to take the points with the Commanders.
I don't know about all that, man. I don't know. Damn, I'm speaking highly of Mac Jones. Mac Jones, you better come out here and ball this week, bro.
That ain't gonna happen.
I'm wishing on a star. That was my 11-11 wish. Little did y'all know a minute ago. Mac Jones, the ball out. Next game up, we got the Colts and the Panthers.
Now you told us it's not going to come true.
We got the Colts and the Panthers. I've been riding the Colts, man, but I'm jumping off here. My play of the week last week was the Carolina Panthers to get their first dub of the year. I think they stack them here, in all honesty. I don't think the Panthers are as bad as everybody thinks. I don't even think they're the worst team in the NFL. The numbers may say that they are, like record-wise, but I'm just going to make the argument that they played a tougher schedule to begin the year than some of the other bad teams did, and we're going to see it average out as the season progresses. When you go back and look at it in hindsight, the Panthers had a really tough schedule to begin the season. They did. And I think they're at home dog. The Colts, Gardner Minshew, they got a backup quarterback. I've been on the Colts, man. The Colts, I'd rather be on them at home. 4 of the last 5 were at home. They looked mediocre there. I think they lose out on the road to Carolina here. I'm taking the Panthers plus 2.5. Mitch, am I crazy, man, or what?
Yes, I think that the Colts have given away the last 2 games, just tons and tons of turnovers, and the Panthers, they actually won their last game on turnovers. That's how they got it done. They certainly didn't outplay anybody, and they haven't outplayed anybody this season. And as much as we rag, Mac Jones, I don't think Bryce Young is a hell of a lot better than him either. Maybe it's an Alabama quarterback thing since Saban's been there. They haven't really had only Jalen Hurts, who's been kind of run out of the league, and Tua, who, well, he can't get it done with no head coach. But the thing is that, I just think that the Colts are a better team, and they're just further along in the process. And I think, they're not going to be a turnover machine 3 weeks in a row. Well, maybe they will be, but
It might be.
They might be.
They might be.
This is a terrible card. They might be. This is bad.
Those Colts.
That Colts.
Yeah.
That Colts.
It's gonna be the worst beat I ever had. Yeah, I'm taking
that Colts. That freaking coach.
Ruffolo.
Yeah, give me the Panthers as well. I actually like the Panthers front 7. I think they're going to put some pressure on Gardner Minshew here, who 9 turnovers in the last 3 games, and the Colts defense in the last 3 games, 37, 38, and 39 points allowed. I'm not saying the Panthers are going to get there, but I think they can definitely do enough to keep this one within a couple points, potentially win it outright, get back-to-back wins, and they got a little bit of confidence after last week's win. This is a Frank Reich revenge game, so.
I forgot about that angle too. Ooh.
Yeah. Frank Reich, you go for 43 and 32 playoff appearances, and it's still not good enough for the Colts. Yeah, I think the Panthers come out here and get it done.
It ain't my play of the week, but hey, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm betting the Panthers.
My wife actually has some new material. She imitates all of us. So disrespected.
she just walks in and says over or under.
She said it, I was talking to Jay, and we were talking about something. She's like, "Man, it's disrespecting us."
I don't even want to know what mine is.
Colts, that fucking coach. I just knew we were gonna win. It's gonna be the worst beat I've ever had.
It's like we're looking in a mirror.
That wasn't bad right there.
I man, I can't tell the difference.
Perfect. Right. What you like here? Colts, Panthers.
So for me in this one, sure, the Panthers got their win last week, and now they're going to be in big trouble this week. What's the Panthers do the worst? They can't stop the run. And what do the Colts do? They love to run the ball. Minshew doesn't need to be throwing the ball down the field for 40 yards, 30 yards. They're going to control the clock. All he's going to do is hand the ball off. He's going to be Mr. Hand the ball off this week and watch the Colts run right over the Panthers. Panthers give up 139 yards rushing a game. And what do the Colts do the best? Run the ball. It's what they've done all season. They're going to do it here. They're going to run right over these Panthers, right out the gym. I'm going to take the extended line. I think the Colts win by a touchdown plus. I see all the Sharpies on this Panthers plus the 2.5. It wasn't 3. It's now down to 2.5. No thanks. Not doing it. Panthers stink. Give me the Colts in this one.
Rod, if you saw Mike McDaniel walking down the street, would you recognize him?
I probably would, and then I'd be like, yeah, I might.
I can tell you this,
but probably not though.
I can tell you this: 99.9% of the people wouldn't, because I saw him, and nobody knew who he was, and I said, "Fins up." People were like, "Who is that?" Nobody knew who the hell he was. And this was in Miami when that happened.
That makes it worse right there.
Oh, I know. It was in Miami.
Wayne, this your other team, the Panthers. Don't try to disown them because they having a bad season. Don't try to disown them.
No, I'm actually going to this game, and I tried to find every angle in the world to bet
What
on
was
the
the
Panthers.
get-in price for tickets on this, Jam?
Man, I'm sitting lower seats, and I got $125 ticket. You'll see me. I'll post it, but yeah, it's dirt cheap. But what I was about to say, oh yeah, I try to find every angle in the world to bet on this game just because I was going to it, and I'm not laying a penny on this. My lean would be to the over, though. Panthers have been looking a lot better on offense. I believe both of these teams can get in the 20s. Panthers' problem was they drive the ball pretty well, better than people think. They just struggle in the red zone. Colts got Minshew on the other side. Minshew has looked pretty good, despite being the second string coming in here. Both of these defenses aren't too good. Definitely the Colts. Colts have been giving up a lot of points last week. Over 43.5 would definitely be the lean for me in this game.
Joe Lunt.
Yeah, I like the over in this one. You know, one thing about the Colts, you could move the ball on them. You know, so I think that's going to be a driving force in this game. And on the other side, you can run against the Panthers. So I think it's going to be a back and forth affair. I know there's been a lot of unders this season, and you know I'm an under guy, but I think this might be the week where we catch a lot of overs in this slate. So just with bad play, whether it's on the defensive end or whatnot, or interceptions, take it to the house, pick sixes, and all that good stuff. Scooper scores. I think it's going to be one of those type of days.
Wayne, any revenge factor for Frank Reich in this game?
That is a decent angle. And besides that, these teams always play each other tough for some reason. This game's always pretty high scoring if you look back in at the past games, and they just love to play each other tough, score, go back and forth, make it one of those fun games. It's always like a to the wire game. I definitely understand why this line is so tight, and I think the safest play in this one will be the over. It's one of them games where at the end of the game, you're going to be pissed off that you're on either side, whether you're on the Panthers or the Colts. You're going to be like, why the hell am I on this side?
I feel you. Brian, what do you think?
Definitely another horrible game on the schedule here, but I totally agree with what Rod said. I think Jonathan Taylor's going to have his biggest game of his career. He's going to remind people of LaDainian Tomlinson out there. He's going to be catching the football, running the football. I think the Colts are farther along, like Mitch said earlier. I think there's no problem laying the points here with the Colts.
All righty, there you go. We're taking the Panthers in this one, y'all. I am.
It's going to be the worst beat you ever had.
Next game up, I got to fix this one a little bit, but we got the Giants and the Raiders. The Giants did me so bad last week. I still don't understand how they lost that damn game. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. You lose to the Jets in that type fashion. And I know that teams usually gain a little spark after firing their head coach. You know, Big Al McMorty gave us that stat on the NFL show me and Mitch shot with him early in the week. But I'm going right back to the land of heartbreak. I'm taking the Giants here. I think the addition of Daniel Jones back on this team is a little shot in the arm for them as well. The Raiders just suck. Like, it just is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all you Raiders fans out there. I don't think the coach helps. I think that they're still a bad football team. I think the Giants get this one done. I'm going to take New York. Mitch, what you think?
Devontae Adams said that he was ready to run through a brick wall for this guy. I That might tell you something about how the players feel about having a new coach in there. Obviously, he doesn't. He doesn't really have anything to do with the offense. He's a defensive guy all the way. Max Crosby, he's having a great season. Daniel Jones sucks pretty bad. I could see Crosby lighting him up a few times in this game. I'm gonna roll with the Raiders at home, even though I'm not a big Aiden O'Connell fan. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the Giants here. It's hard for me to get where the team that scored 16 or less in all but one of their games this season, but I do like the new coach rub for the angle. It's still, for me, just a splits play. Daniel Jones 17-7, his career as a road dog. And Aiden O'Connell looked terrible in his against the Chargers. I think that was a game where Khalil Mack, I think, had 6 sacks, 3 fumbles, 2 of them lost. I think he had an interception in that game as well. Yeah, this is a terrible game, but I think I'd have to take the Giants if anything.
Chiefs going into a prevent defense here with 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Odd. Covering everything deep, leaving everything open underneath. It's a lot of time left in this game for that.
You might be wishing on a falling star, man.
Oh, I'm not wishing on anything. I don't care about pro sports at all. I think everybody knows that. It's crystal clear. I'm just saying that it's odd that they're going into a prevent zone with 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter, which is exactly the defense that they're in. Rod.
For me, this one, I would lean to the Raiders. I'm just definitely not a Giants fan, and Daniel Jones getting the start back here for the Giants is even better, right? He was awful. We seen him. He wasn't so good when he was in there. So now you're all excited to get him back. Oh, well, good for you. I lean the Raiders. Aiden O'Connell, sure, that last time out when we did see him, he wasn't so good. So he got them jitters out, right? So for me, at least somebody can throw the ball to Adams. Devontae Adams will be able to catch the ball.
Right. The reason I'm happy about Daniel Jones is because I was on the Giants last week, and they should have won that game. You know how many passing yards they had last week? You want to know how many?
Oh, quite a few.
No, the exact opposite.
Minus. I think a -9.
-9. They
had
-9.
-9. That's right. Not -9, right?
They had -9. So I think Daniel Jones can do much better than that. Much
way
better.
Too much time left in the game to be in this defense.
I think he can do much better. So I get it. I'm not that high on Daniel Jones either, but I think it is at least some type of upgrade.
I guess it's a bright spot for the Giants going, yay, we can't do worse than -9. Let's put it that way, right? Can't do worse than -9. I had Devontae Adams get a touchdown in this game. Somebody can throw him the ball. How many times was he open last week? Standing there going, hey, and then all of a sudden,
I don't think he was doing that. I don't think he was doing that.
A couple times he was wide open, the ball just sailed over his head like a jet going by. Fly by. It was like, what was that? I think the ball's in his close anywhere in his general direction that he can get an arm's length at it. He'll catch it. He catches a couple touchdowns.
Dolphins are 8-yarding him here to death, man. That's what the Chiefs are giving him. 8 yards of play.
I thought this Giants team was going to be pretty good this year. They let me down way too much to take them here in this spot. With both of these teams, with the running backs they have, you'll think they'll be able to rush the ball. Neither one of these teams can rush the damn ball at all. When it comes to the passing attack, I do trust the Raiders passing attack over the Giants, so I give the offensive edge to the Raiders. Raiders at home. Raiders, as Mitch mentioned, have the way stronger defensive line and little edge on the defense. Definitely when it comes to passing too. Now that I think about it and look at it, so it's Raiders or no play for me. But I definitely don't love this game. Two crap teams that haven't really shown much, no identity. Whether you win or lose or doing good in the season, I like for you to win or lose and have identity. And neither one of these teams have much of identity this far in the season. So, but I'm going with the Raiders here.
Jovan.
Yeah, I think at this total, once again, I think it's going to go over. 37.5 is a lot. I know these two teams have been under teams. One going 7-1 to the under and the other going 6-2 to the under. But I think there's regression to the mean. And I'm on the over in this one.
And Brian.
Yeah, I hate another crappy game, and I hate keep taking public totals and going up, but I have to go under here. I just the 32nd offense versus the 30th offense in the league. I think the Raiders defense is undervalued. Another field goal battle here. I'm going to take the under.
There you go. There you go. Hold on, guys. My fault. Gotta get the graphic together. Any props for this game? Anybody? No? Or any props that we may have missed? We got 2 games left. 2 good games. I just got to get the graphic together. It's not together. So I'll just take this one down. I don't know what happened to it. I can't find it. Next game up. Y'all know where we at, man. I think it's the game of the day. I can't wait for this one. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles. Mitch.
Eagles for me on the money line. I just think, like I say, I'm going to be consistent. I mean, people, they say all kinds of crap about me. They're going to make shit up about me anyway. I don't care. But I'm consistent, man. And I say the same thing. Dak Prescott, you want to get my vote, man? You got to win games like this. And so let's see him do it. If he does it, well, he does it. I mean, I don't have a dog really in the fight. I'm just going Eagles to win the game, and that's it. As the Chiefs are in this soft prevent zone, Dolphins are going to score a touchdown here. It's going to take them 10 minutes, but they're going to score a touchdown. This is going to be like a 17-play drive, man. And if they can get the Chiefs to a 3-and-out, man, this defense will be ass dragging. Anyways,
they're already starting. You can already see the jet lag starting to catch up.
Well, they're in a soft prevent zone, so it's like 8 yards a clip for the Dolphins, 5 yards, 8 yards, 3 yards, 8 yards. It's like this is a long drive.
There we go.
Chiefs looks like they're going. We're just gonna give you what you want underneath, and
Ruffolo, what you think?
There it is, over the top and touchdown. Wilson.
Yeah. Nice.
Cedric Wilson, he should have never left Dallas. That's his first ball in 3 years.
He got a touchdown.
In
Frankfurt.
In 3 years.
One of those Frankfurt touchdowns. Man.
Yeah, he's got to quit hot dogging it. Anyways, thank you for that. I'm going to go with the over here. I just, I was talking to Kyle Kearns last night. We were going back and forth on this game. And
not you and Kyle Kearns becoming.
Yeah, I know.
You guys palling around?
Well, he's got my number now. All of a sudden, it's like I keep getting calls from him, like off hours in the night.
Hey, Chris, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing?
Laying down on the couch, like twiddling my feet. Like, what are you doing? No. And we're just going back and we couldn't get anything under than like 50 points in this game. The defense is solid on both sides, but these are 2 really good offenses as well. I think my only concern is how hurt is Jalen Hurts? How bad is that leg right now? But I still think we have a game where both teams could end up in the high 20s, low 30s. So give me the over 46.5 in this one.
Zawacki, man, you fading my team or what?
This looks like it's going to be a 3-point game all day. It most likely it'll probably be a push here, right? And anything most likely probably be a push. I got this 24-21 final. I'm going to go the under in this one. I know
24-21.
I think both defenses step it up. I would lean to the Cowboys, but it's because we've seen the Eagles play some sloppy. And if Hurts could run the ball like he could run the ball, I think, as Chris alluded to, that injury, I think is going to hinder him here. We haven't seen him have that ability to take off and really run the ball like we've seen Hurts do at times. And when he does get out and rolling and running the ball, that's when he excels at that. He loves you trying to chase him and getting out there, running outside the pocket and hacking the ball and making those plays. I like the under here.
Let me stop all this right now, man. Let's just put an end to this. Let's just do it. You all right? Let's get them right. I'm finna tell y'all one thing we don't do, and the one thing we don't do is lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's one thing we don't do. We don't do it. We do not do it. They beat us last year. You know what I mean? They got us last year. Hats off to them with Cooper Rush on my birthday. You know, I was sad. I was distraught because we don't lose to them boys. So I was sad. You know what I mean? Next game they came to Dallas, we smacked them up. They had their backup quarterback too. Hey, last 10, Dallas is 7-3. Dak Prescott in his career, what is he against Philly? Like 8-3 or something like that. Hey, we do not lose to these Philly boys. These boys, hey, they got the best record right now in the NFC. Not after today. They losing outright. I would lay extended with Dallas if you can. Me personally, I think they go in here and prove a message.
My unbiased opinion.
Anyone else need an Advil?
My unbiased opinion. I've been shocked that you took the Cowboys.
Oh, hold on. In other breaking news, the sky is blue.
Am I tripping, Wayne? Am I tripping?
Man, I'm staying away from this one. I'm with Chris though, as far as just the over. Last 10 games, 7-3 to the over. I see nothing but knowing as defensive teams on the season, but offensively, both of these teams have been putting up a lot of numbers. I think Cowboys get forced into passing. It's a defensive line for the Eagles. They're not going to let you get much momentum running the ball. So I just think an air attack for both sides, and I see points. I see both of these teams getting plenty of points, and 46.5 seems a little bit too low for me here.
Jovan, looking at?
Man, I'm on the under. You know, it's one of those games where it shapes up to be an over, and then you turn around and it's halftime, and then we have a rock fight going. You know, that's what I think, and I'm hoping that it gets to 47 plus, 47 and a half, 48. I hope the late money comes in on the over. Then I'll be hammering it. You know what I mean? So, you know, second half you might get some points going. You know, uptick in points, but I think in the first half we're gonna see a low scoring battle, and that's gonna dictate whether this goes over or stays under.
I think it's 0 that Hurts is beating Dak.
It
right?
is. It's 0.
I think it's 0.
0. But I think it's only 1-0 Dak.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's
we
one of
didn't see
those
any
rare
last season.
occasions. It's like when Zion, CJ, and Ingram are all playing at the same time. It's like you almost don't believe it happened.
Brian, this your team. What y'all doing today?
Well, I got a premium on this. I got premium on the side, but as far as the total goes, I agree with Jovan here, and I think it's going to go under. But I think it's going to be more of a classic NFC East type of battle. This is basically a playoff game. Both these teams must have. Dallas, maybe. Well, they do have the second best defense in the league as far as total yards given up. I just think it's going to be a real battle out there. So I'm going to take the under 46.5. And I would wait until kickoff, like Jovan said, to be getting on it.
Man, I wanted to argue with somebody, and every last one of y'all came on here and took a total. Y'all finna make me mad. I'll let y'all.
Because we're trying to get out of here before 1 o'clock. It's like,
Nah, I'll let y'all make it today. Then. We got one more game, man. We end the day with 2 good games. That's the bright side in all this. You know, we talked a lot of bad football games, but we end the day with 2 good ones. Next one up, man. Back to the scene of the crime, literally. Don't get too mad at that joke. But we got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills coming up next. Money man Mitch. I know where you at. Let the fans know where you at, man. We've been on this one for a minute. We've been waiting for this day.
Yeah, you know, the Bills, I was surprised when I looked at the numbers that they've only had 7 holding penalties this season, but I don't know if when they keep those stats, if they count declined penalties. Because this team seems to have more holding penalties than I can remember going on them. And also, Allen seems to be taking off a lot faster than what we've seen him in the past. And I think the Bills are just still very much disjointed. I don't believe that Cook is every down back for them. And I think he was better having, splitting time with Singletary. Just not so sure how he goes into the jungle, a place that's not necessarily known for being a tough night building or anything like that, but they sure messing them up the last time when they stopped the game. So I think the Bengals they went into Buffalo in the snowstorm and beat their ass in the playoffs. So I don't think a lot has changed between now and then, except that the Bills don't have Singletary anymore.
Ruffolo, Joe Burr, or Josh Allen? Who are you rocking with? Or are you taking a total? I don't even know why I asked you that. I know you're taking a total.
I do really love the over here. Honestly, I do. These are two of the better offenses in the NFL. There's not much else I can add to that. I think you're going to get a heavyweight fight in this one. I think you're going to get a back and forth slobber knocker. In the end, I think this one gets well up into the 50s. Could even get close to the 60s here. So give me the over 50.5.
High Rod. You're muted.
Only one way to go in this one, and I'll be taking the Bengals. You look at Buffalo. Joe like I told you, this is the banner for the Bills. It's still over here, covered in dog hair, still sitting on the floor, and that's where it's going to stay because they're too one-dimensional. You just have to double cover Diggs, and good luck. Let somebody else beat you, and that somebody else has not stepped up to beat you yet. So. Kind of lean to the under 2. I don't think the Bills' offense is as good as what it is. It struggled today. Bengals by a lot.
Wayne.
This one's simple for me. I'm taking the Bengals too, man. Bengals at home. Bills, they just struggle to play on the road. The Bills was at home. I definitely had to look the Bills' way. It's just simple. Whoever's at home, that's the one I'm taking. This is I do think the Bengals have the better team. They have the momentum as to how they've been playing lately. Bills has been struggling, but the home team, whoever's at home in this one, normally dominates. And we got the Bengals coming into this one rolling, and they're at home. Give me the Bengals on the short number here.
Joe Vaughn.
Yeah, this total was bet up from 47 and a half. And it's currently, at its at 50 and a half. And I'm waiting for it to get to 50, 51 or higher, so I could take the under. That's how I'm going to play this one. These two teams, their last 4 matchups are 4-0 to the under. And while these two teams are high-powered offensively, and the Bills are depleted defensively, I think that somehow, some way, this game is going to be one of those, less than what's the right word? A lackluster offensive games. So I'll take the under.
Under. Brian.
Yeah, back-to-back spots. I agree totally with Javon here. I think people expecting some fireworks. I think we're going to see a real battle defensively. Now, we are going to see more scoring, I think, than the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys. But people love to bet the over on these primetime games. Buffalo's defense, Cincinnati's offense comes in ranked 31st. I know they had a poor start to the season. They've since picked it up. But I'm going to take the under, and I'm going to wait until kickoff to bet it.
Miami's in business, man. Sack Mahomes, fumble, strip sack. Come on.
It ain't happening, Cap.
Oh, it's happening, man.
It's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
Let's go.
Trust me on this. It's happening, man.
The
What's
Chiefs are going to slam the door shut in the fourth quarter.
What was that? What did that represent? I'm missing it.
That ain't worried. I got the Chiefs in that one. So
You're done.
Chiefs all
Anyways.
day. all day, 3 times on Sunday in Germany.
I got I'm also taking Joe Burrow. I'm taking Joe Shiesty and company, Jamar Chase. Come on now.
I'll be live at halftime for this one.
Yes, we will be. The Bills, man, I've been disgusted with them for 3 weeks straight. They're just not playing well. Josh Allen is not the second best quarterback in the league. It's actually the guy on the opposite side of the field, Joe Burrow. Hey, the Bengals were finna open up a huge can of whoop ass in that DeMar Hamlin game. They were. They were. And they're going to do it again tonight. That's just how I see it. We'll see. I'm selling my stock on the Bills. I've been sold it. Taking Joe Burrow and company. That's all for the NFL, man. We got 5 NBA. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Well, before we do that, let's do this. Chris, what you got for sale today?
Today, got a couple things on the board. Got my $19 NFL Platinum play. Got a 3-pack, and that includes that play and my Sunday Nighter as well. And also got one play up from both the NBA and NHL. But I always talk about it. Best value, going with a long-term pass. Definitely the way to go, especially with college hoops starting tomorrow.
Ooh, I gotta do some studying for college hoops tomorrow. You and Mitch not gonna kick my ass all week. Not gonna happen. Not finna happen. Right, what you got for sale today?
Man, over picked up premium today. I got it's Sunday, so I got my NFL big Sunday ticket. You get all 5 plays I got going in the NFL there, and then I've got my Sunday nighter as the standalone, my 10-star play of the day, executive and full play. Scoop that up. And hitting 58% in the NFL. Let's continue making money and crushing the books in the NFL. Jump aboard.
There you go, Wayne. What you got today?
3-pack over there at pickdogspremium.com. All of them put in a 3-pack. No individual plays for me. You can just grab all of them together in that 3-pack, and that's it. Light card for me today. Didn't really love the NFL and light NBA card today. So,
Jovan, I know you locked and loaded. What you got for sale today?
Yeah, I got a 5-pack going in the NFL. Also got a 3-pack for the late afternoon and night game, and then I got the standalone on the night game.
There you go. Hop on with Jovan, Pick Dogs Premium, and Brian Bittler. What you got?
Off a 5-1 day yesterday, I'm going to try to pick it up and keep it going today. My best bet's in the NFL, my Sunday Titanium, and it is a 4:00 game, so you got all day to get in on it, or you can get it as part of a 3-pack. My Go On Streak and 3-pack, 3 plays, $50, includes the NBA best bet of the day.
Money Man Mitch, what you got today?
I only have 1 pick for sale so far. I have a few other picks that are in there for longer term people, but I really do not like today's NFL card, so I'm not going to push it. There's only 2 ways to go about it: spray it and pray it, or just keep it close to the vest. So I went close to the vest.
Yep. I ain't mad at you for that. I got 6 plays in total today. Probably 7. I'm probably gonna add 1 more as soon as we get off of here. But 3, no. I have 7. Probably gonna have 8. I have 4 right now in the NFL. Probably gonna have 5, and then all of those are in a 3-pack. And then I got a 3-pack in the NBA as well today. Of course, I got top plays in both, but you can check it out. Pick Dogs Premium. Like Ruffolo said, best thing to do is hop on long term, get it for the 1 low price and the best price. Or pair me up 2 for 1 capper special. One of these guys, pair us all up, multi-capper, however you want to do it. You can do it. NBA, 5 games. Let's do it. We got Phoenix out on the road facing Detroit. This number's come down to 3.5. Again, I did the graphics yesterday, guys. Don't be mad at me. But Devin Booker will not play today in this game. That's kind of why the line went down a bit. Mitch, any thoughts here?
Pistons for me, man. If you can get beat on back-to-back games by the San Antonio frickin' Spurs, man, you sure as heck can lose in Detroit to the Pistons. And I think if I'm going to go with the Pistons, without Booker, Kevin Durant looks done. I mean, it happened fast.
I don't know about
done.
I don't know about
done. Got dunked on.
I mean, he did, but
Mitch is like, he looks done. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do you think about here, Ruffalo?
Oh man, yeah. If anything, I'm leaning towards the Pistons and the points. This Suns team is talented, but yeah, outside of Kevin Durant, not a whole lot. I think the Pistons, going to be ready to use this as a bit of a statement if they can win this game outright. So give me the Pistons and the points.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take the Pistons on the money line. If San Antonio can do it, well, the Detroit Pistons can do it as well.
I just said that.
Well, pretty much. Well, what else you gonna do? What else you got? I'm not taking the Suns. You lay that 5.5 the Suns. No thanks.
Wayne.
Yep, I'm on the same one. The Pistons. I definitely would have much rather getting it at that 5.5, but hell, even 3.5, even sprinkling it on a money line, you got a good chance with how they play at home. To me, without Bill and Booker, Detroit is the better team. They have enough depth off the bench to match up. I like the way their starters have been playing,
Look at this.
and they're at home. Give me the Pistons.
Refs got the Dolphins second half also. Chris Jones called for chest bumping a player. 15 yards, man. Dolphins were dead.
Dead. Yeah, the water.
First down in the red zone. It's like,
what? We're alive. Here they come. Is that a ref in your pocket? Definitely. And we got the ref. Woo!
We coming here, Jovan.
Yeah, this line's currently what, at 3.5?
3.5. Yeah.
Oh, and into the promised land for 6.
Yeah.
It happens just like that.
Just like
shit call in the touchdown.
Yeah, I'll take the over in this one because the total has went down too, and I think it's at a range where I could get there with the over, even though there's no Booker. You know, this Suns defense is absolutely horrible, and it'll get there. It'll go over.
Right.
Small lean to the Detroit Pistons plus the 3.5. I think it's a 1 bucket game either way. I'll take the points in the pocket.
I'm fading all you boys, man. I'm taking the Suns. This is the bounce back spot. This is the bounce back spot, I believe. Both teams are playing bad. So me personally, I like taking good teams to bounce back. I let bad teams continue to fall until they bounce back. And that's what I'm going to do at the Pistons. I've been on the Pistons a good amount this season. And I can't get out of my mind what they've done. They've now lost 3 straight. Have been beaten by 9+ in all 3. And last time we seen them at home, they had a nice double-digit lead at half over the Portland Trailblazers and withered away, and they lost by 9+. I can't back them right now. I just can't. I know the Suns' defense is bad. I know Booker not playing, and I know Bradley Beal not playing. Don't hit me with the no Beal. But I think the Suns bounce back here, man. I do. I'm not that mad that they lost to the Spurs, bro. Like, the Spurs have a demigod, bro. He is 7'5", can dribble, can shoot, can dunk on you, bro. He can block everything. Hey, it is what it is.
He's like 35 pounds, man. Let's see what this guy does. Something.
Hey, since you want to hate on him, speaking of him, let's talk about that man. We got the Raptors on the road facing the Spurs. I'm taking the Spurs straight up money line. Short, sweet, simple. I am. Wemby has shown me that he's him. Did y'all not?
God, just like Collar. Oh, this is. You're not going to go into the transfer portal rant here, are you?
Did you not watch? Did you not watch? You can't just look at the box score and not watch what happened.
I watch.
He was out there cooking Kevin Durant and company. Like, it was disgusting.
I put that on Durant.
Bro was out there balling. He was
balling. It on Durant, man.
And one thing we know about this Raptors team, man, what do? They play their best basketball at home. On the road.
Yeah, do it to Jokic, and then we could talk, because that ain't gonna happen.
I don't think so. Just because you can't do it to the best player in the league don't mean you can't do it to the other 29.
You do it against LeBron. Let's see
the other 29 centers in the league. So
it's gonna make you look really bad. I think LeBron weighs more than him, even though he's twice the size of him.
I'm sold, man. I'm back on my Pacers. I mean, not Pacers, but I'm back on my Spurs for the play-in.
My Spurs.
Not my Spurs, but I'm back on these Spurs. It's still my Mavs, but I'm back on the Spurs for the play-in. I think they beat the Raptors on the road. I mean, at home here. I don't know why the Raptors are favored on the road. They suck.
Mitch. Every square in town is on the Spurs.
I think you're dreaming, Jay. I think you're dreaming, Jay. This is like
Brian. I'll say it for you. Brian, I'll say it for you.
Y'all want
every square's humping up on
y'all want the Raptors. Y'all want the Raptors. The Raptors team that just got their doors blown off by Philly.
Exactly, and they're laying 3.5 at San Antonio, laying 4 at San Antonio. They're begging
to break out all the Bitlerisms here. They're making love to this guy.
It ain't happening. It is not happening. It's not happening. It ain't happening.
Don't biggest thing up in the
San Antonio Spurs money line. Mitch,
come on, we'll give you Wemby at home +4. Don't you want it? Come on. Here's 4.
They gave us 9.5 just 2 days ago.
I'll give you 9.5 in this one. I'll take the Raptors a good double down on the line, man. It's like I just, you know, I think I like Tatum and Brown, man. Show me something first, you know.
He just showed me. He showed me.
Just like Colorado showed you against TCU, man. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything.
That's like that Mac Jones line in the NFL today. Look, look, the Patriots are favored.
I'm taking
Raptors are favored on the road.
I'm taking them.
They haven't won a game on the road. How can you be favored on the road?
The Spurs have the better record.
Well, yeah, and how are you getting?
No. They do.
No,
I know.
If Brian's Captain Obvious, then I'll be Senior Square today.
All right.
This your team, man. Talk to me. You taking the Raptors on the road, bro? Like, come on. You know.
Jay, we can share a sombrero today. I'm going to be senior score. This Raptors team is dog crap.
Thank you.
The coaching is going to completely tear this team apart. They're going to try to win too many games with their defense this season. They are not a team that has a good enough defense to play like that. They're going to try to win these first to 100, first to 105 kind of games, and it's going to bite them in the ass so many times this season. I get it. The Squares are asking me the Squares are going to be on the Spurs here, but that's fine. To be square, I'm going to take the Spurs in this one.
You taking your hometown Raptors today, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna lay that 3 with the Raptors. They get their first win on the road here too.
You thought about it for a second, like, damn, am I really?
I
doing
did.
it?
I thought about it for a second there, but it is. It's like this line. It just looks like the Patriots line, where you got the Patriots as their favorite and blah blah blah. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna lay with the Raptors here. I'm not running rushing to the window. I might bet a little bit, but I'm not gonna go crazy. Bet my house on this game. That's for sure.
Wayne.
Yeah, I think it's a little early in the season to call a team with this much talent in the Raptors trash. I don't know where you and Chris looking at, but Raptors actually got a lot of talent.
What talent?
Schroeder, Anobi,
that's going to get traded away.
Siakam.
I'll tell you where I'm looking at. It's sitting here in this market watching 5 games of this team.
Yeah.
No, this team isn't bad. And one thing I like about this team is how tough they play and how good they are defensively. They're gonna rough Wemby up. If the Spurs are going against a finesse type team like the Suns, yeah, they play better against teams like this. But a tough team like the Raptors, they're gonna bang it out, make it physical. They're gonna hit more shots, and they're gonna come out here and win this game. This is a Raptors easy cover for me here. Overreaction to the Spurs, overreaction to Wembanyama, and I like the Raptors here with that 3, definitely.
We're seeing 2 completely different teams. If you see a tough team that turtled against the Portland Trailblazers and put up 91 points, and a team that ground out a game against the Timberwolves in their opener, that Timberwolves team that's crap on the road, I don't know. This team lost to Chicago. I don't know where to get it.
It's 80 games. There's going to be a couple outliers.
The game against Chicago was the nail in the coffin game for me.
The problem is, and I agree with Wayne, it's an 82-game season, but for me, we're in a 6-game sample size, and I've already seen 2 red flags for me. Again, we got the Bulls and the Blazers that have really soured me. I'm not at a point where I'm writing this team off. I'm just at a point where they've got to earn my love back.
Do not bet list is the Toronto Raptors. Only 3 teams on that list: Raptors, Rockets, Timberwolves. Maybe I'm hating. I think they get their doors blown off today. We'll see. Jovan, what you thinking?
Yeah, I'm on the Raptors. It's all well and good that the Spurs, got the back-to-back wins against, a horrible defense in the Suns. And I watched both those games. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you're facing a long athletic team like the Raptors, and say what you want about them, they're still, like I said, they're long and athletic, and they have just the right type of players that could cause Wemby and whoever else is on that team problems. So McDermott shooting threes and doing all that stuff, that making all those threes that he was doing the last couple games. I don't think that's going to happen against this team. So give me the Raptors to win by 2 possessions. I'm not 2. Yeah, two scores.
Fair enough. Brian, close us out. What you thinking here?
Yeah, I see this lines up to 4 in some places, and I really regret not putting this in as a premium pick. It should have been. I think it's the second best play on the board. The Toronto Raptors laying the points. I just think they're really suckering into taking San Antonio. Who if I just looked at this game on paper, I'd say, wow, the Spurs get the points. I would be betting them, but I've been around this. So
don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. Wow, we got in the Spurs plus the points.
Begging you.
No way, they're begging you. I think it's one of the best plays on the board. I wish I would have it as a premium today.
Man. All right, man. I'm kind of splitting on this one. I thought we was all.
I'll catch you on Thursday. We'll talk about it.
For sure. All right, let's move along. 3 more games and we up and out of here. We got the Cleveland Cavs and the Golden State Warriors. Another game that's kind of a head scratcher. I don't understand this line based off purely what we've seen this season. The Cavs have been damn near as bad as it gets. I've said this all season. I'm fading the Cavs. It just is what it is. They got bullied last year in the postseason to end it, and they've been bullied this year to begin it. They were banged up. You know, they now have Allen and what's my boy name? Darius Garland back in the fold. But the Warriors, man, they're undefeated on the road, and they're undefeated ATS on the road, something they were terrible at last year. So they put an emphasis on hooping out here on the road. It's the Warriors, man. I'm taking them here. I'm not overcomplicating it. Golden State for me. Mitch?
Well, everyone knows I got Steph Curry in my top 2 with LeBron. But the thing is that, you know, it is an odd thing here that the Cavs are favored at home. The Warriors have been straight money on the road this season after last year being so bad on the road. And it's all Steph, 40 points, 42 points, right? It's like, I don't know. I'm not betting against Steph Curry when he's this hot. I don't care who they're playing. I really don't. I don't care if they're playing Wemby and Durant at the same time. I'm still taking Steph Curry. He's the second best player in the NBA.
Fair. I'm all right.
My top 2.
I still got the white guys, but
It's all right. I got LeBron and Steph.
Wayne, I got the white guys 1 and 2, man. Y'all get you Luka. I'm sorry.
That ain't a bad spot to be. I ain't gonna lie.
I got LeBron and Steph.
Luka, you might be kind of pushing it top 3, but Jokic 1.
Wayne, please don't start on him. We want to get out of here like the next 10, 15 minutes. If you
Chris, so you liking this one, man?
Oh man, I gotta go Warriors as well here. The line makes no sense to me. I get it. I think there's still a stigma on the Warriors that they haven't been able to. This is still the same Warriors team that struggled on the road last year. But they've already equaled a third of the wins that they've had on the road.
That's insane.
In 4 games on the road than they had all last season.
We had 12, right?
Yeah. 11. I know Klay Thompson questionable for this game, but I still think there's plenty enough options around the Warriors to be able to go on the road and get the win here. So give me the Warriors.
Right.
Yeah, I have to fly. I'll give you a pick on this one and the next one. I gotta fly. The wife's right here. She's supposed to be at work 8 minutes ago. She's it's one of these. See, I'm looking at her and she's
calling sick. Don't go back.
she's got one of these. It's like it's not red. She's ready to strangle my throat. So for me in this one, only one way to go. I gotta take the Warriors. Warriors have beat the Cavs 16 straight, 16-0 the last 16 they faced against Cleveland. Give me the Warriors here in this one, and then I'm also going to go against Dallas. They've lost 10 straight versus the Southeast Division. Your team loses. Mavericks lose outright. Take the Hornets on the money line and the Warriors on the money line. 2-teamer.
Appreciate you, Rod, man.
Appreciate everybody. Have yourself a good day. Love this round table. I wish I could stay longer, but I'm going to get strangled by the wife.
But see you later, my man.
See ya.
Wayne.
Yeah, bring out the brooms. I'm gonna go to sweep. I like the Warriors here. Jay, I've been down on this Cavs team for a while. It's more of a chemistry issue. They have the pieces there. They have some good pieces, but outside of Garland and Mitchell, that's all they rely on. They got a couple bigs to get rebounds and get some putbacks, but Warriors got the overall better team, play better, have been playing better. This is Warriors or nothing.
And Brian.
Oh, this is the best play on the board, and anybody can guess who I got on this one. But I'll go with the total here. I think it goes under the 220.5. 5 of the last 6 have gone under between these two teams. But you guys know who I have on the side. I don't really have to say it.
Yeah, and I'm on the Warriors too.
There you go. I think we swept. That's crazy. All right. Oh, I gotta fix that. Next up, coming to my city, man. We got my Dallas Mavericks taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Mitch, they laying a big number here, laying 11.5 last time I looked. What you think about this one?
Hornets for me plus the points. I like Dallas, but I don't like laying dozen.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it. Ruffolo.
Oh man, I'm taking the over here. 2 teams, minimal defense. 2 teams that can still put points on the board though. 236 nowhere near high enough. The total needs to be close to 250. Give me the over.
Who's right there?
I'll take Charlotte. It's just too many points. Just
Oh,
like
no! Sorry. No, he got it. Sorry. I should have.
Is it a first down?
Jesus.
No, it's a fumble, but the Dolphins recovered.
Yeah, I'm on the Hornets. I watched that game last night, bits and pieces of it. They got enough meat in the bone where they could cover this spread against a bad Dallas defense. They're still a bad defense. I don't care what their record says.
Wayne.
It's almost a no play for me. I'm gonna lean towards the Hornets, but I like to see Terry Rozier in there. He's at a game time decision. That's to me, their second or third best player option on that team. For sure, 20-point bucket getter. Without him, Hornets are already kind of thin on this bench until they get Miles Bridges and a couple guys back. But if they don't have all their starters, I can definitely see the Mavs covering this late. But if Terry Rozier plays, then I'm on the Hornets.
Right.
Yep, I've been burned many times taking the Dallas Mavericks lane double digits, but I think this line's high for a reason. I think Dallas wins this one by 20.
Yeah, I do too, Brian. I know. Shocker, right? But I really do think they bounce back here and smack up the Hornets. The Hornets burned me yesterday. I had the Pacers, but getting a bad team on a back-to-back with travel, heading to Dallas, and the team needing a bounce-back spot after getting their doors blown off in Denver. I mean, it's the best team in the league, defending champs. I'm not gonna overreact. Dallas is not the same team as last year. They're just not. They're not. I love Lively, the addition of Lively, Grant Williams. The defense has stepped it up. The reason they've covered in spots this game is because late in the fourth they've played defense. I think they beat up on the Hornets. I think this is gonna be a layup. We'll see. They were terrible ATS last year. We can't just forget about that. Last game up. Where'd it go? I just had it. We got the Grizzlies and the Pacers. Money man Mitch. What you got for me here?
Oh man, this is a lousy game too. Rematch.
Yep.
I think Memphis they're due. I don't know what they're due for, but they're due. I know you're a big Bane guy.
Fading his ass.
I'm just gonna take Memphis, man. They sat Scoot last time in Portland, and they just sit down, man.
Yeah, Scoot.
He got some work to do. I'm taking the Blazers here, though.
I think he's got hope.
Oh no.
I'd rather have him than Markelle Fultz.
I mean, stop that shit, Mitch. He's athletic as hell, but you got to put the ball in the bucket, and that's one thing Scoot hasn't done all season. Markelle can at least make layups
when he's healthy.
I'm taking the Blazers here. I'm continuing to fade the Grizzlies. They suck. I've been trying to tell you guys this all year. Missing Ja Morant, their whole culture, the whole reason anybody even talks about Memphis. Like, that's why Memphis even got hot. It was because of Ja Morant. They're missing their whole culture, man. They're not the same team. I know there was a good database saying that they do hoop without him, but that was mid-season when he was still there to establish the culture. He hasn't been there this season. They're not a good team. Also, they were terrible ATS last year on the road. So I'm not catching a falling knife here with the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies were 14, 29, and 1 ATS out on the road last year, only covered in 32% of their road games, and they're worse this year. The Blazers are hooping right now, man. I've actually watched them a couple nights. Aiden, he actually playing well right now. The team, what's his name, Jeremy Grant, they got some guys over here, and they're actually playing some of their best basketball right now. They're going to give me plus money against the Grizzlies, who are free falling. I'll gladly take it.
Oh no! Go. Oh yes,
Ruffolo.
I'm gonna take the Blazers here. We've been making a pretty penny, just fading the Grizzlies, and this Grizzlies season might be over before Ja Morant even gets back. Right. This is bad. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. They were able to survive without him for a lot of last year, but right now it just looks like a big struggle. So give me the Blazers by default, but definitely not rushing to bet this thing.
Jovan.
No, I'm not rushing to bet this one neither, but I'm gonna go the other way. I understand, the Grizzlies, they haven't looked good. They're 0 for, but they're not gonna go 0 for 82. That's for damn sure. So I'm not gonna take them with I'm not gonna take them with the spread. I'm gonna take them on the money line. They might be a 1-point game. Something's got to give with this team. There was a time in the not too long ago where they were a good team even without John Morant. And they have most of the same guys there. So, something's got to give. I think tonight's the night that they get their first dub.
Wayne?
I'm on the under here. Neither one of these teams can score. Last game would have went under without the overtime. Grizzlies, they can't score, but one thing they can still do is play defense. They still got that rough, rugged style. Both of these teams have solid big men when it comes defensively, so I don't really see a lot of in the paint inside scoring, which will force both of these teams to shoot more. And neither one of these teams have great shooters, so I think this one stays under the total. It's the lowest total on the board for a reason. I'm taking the under.
And Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Portland Trailblazers plus the points. They're playing good basketball. Winners of 3 straight, and I think they're better than people give them credit for. You get them at home plus the points, I'll take it.
There you go. Well, we finally made it through all NFL, all NBA. That's all the games. Anything else from anybody before we get on up out of here, Mitch?
Parlays. I'm going to parlay up. I'm going to take the Rams. I'll parlay it up with the Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. That'll be my parlay for today. Also, I just saw Chase Claypool on the sideline of all things. I totally forgotten he was still had a paying gig in this league.
Ruffolo.
He's stunned that I mentioned Claypool. He's
No,
like, how dare you bring up Claypool?
Yeah, well,
NFL Sunday.
that caught me off guard. I'm going to take the Spurs. I'll take the over in the Cowboys and Eagles. And let's take the under in Arizona, Cleveland.
So on the analytics, do the Dolphins go for 2 here when they score the next touchdown?
I go for
the
2.
Analytics.
If they score the next touchdown.
No, they're going to score the next touchdown.
They're supposed to.
They're not going to score.
Oh, they're going to score. They're carving them up like a knife through butter. They're going to score.
They're not going to score.
Carving them up. They got no answers for Tyreek.
Chiefs, they're going to win this game. Javon, you got a parlay for me today?
100%.
Yep, Tampa Bay, Houston over, Indy, Carolina over, Bears, Saints over.
There you go from Javon. Wayne, you got a parlay for me?
Yeah, we're going to go with the Pistons money line. Nice little plus money. We're going to go with the under in that Memphis Grizzly and Portland Trailblazer under 218 or 217.5. I'm seeing in some spots. And over in that Colts Carolina game. Like I said, a lot of scoring in that one. Over 45. 3-team for you.
Captain Obvious, you got a parlay for me?
Real simple one. Toronto Raptors on the money line, Colts on the money line, Texans money line.
All righty. I'm going to close this on out like this. I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors. We're going to take the New England Patriots. And we're going to take the Atlanta Falcons. Little 3-teamer. It's ugly, but it's because it's going to hit. I appreciate every last one of you guys watching. Smash that like button for us. Any words from anybody else before we get out of here?
No, sir.
There you go, man. It was a hell of a show. It was a long show, but I think it was a lot of great information. I appreciate all you guys for hanging in with us. We'll be back in the morning, me, Ruffolo, and Money Man Mitch for the regular morning show. Ton of content from all the guys you see here as well. So let's make some money on a Sunday. Me and Mitch will be back for halftime later. We'll see if Ruffolo shows up. Let's make some money today. We're out of here. Peace.